All right, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash, double honors unto our apostle elders which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba. This is Hebrews 13, verse 9. Be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines. For it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. See what that word grace means in this verse. So it says, grace, that which affords joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness, charm, loveliness, grace of speech. So the way we teach, all right, it says a man's religion is vain unless he bridleth his tongue, which that's why we examine ourselves whether we be in the faith, all right, and we study to show ourselves approved of what we should speak. Goodwill, loving kindness, favor, of the merciful kindness by which Yahweh, exerting his holy influence upon souls, which he has instructions, which are commandments, turns them to Hamashiach, keeps, strengthens, increases them in, it says Christian, but it should be the Israelite faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to the exercise of the Israelite virtues. What is due to grace, the spiritual condition of one governed by the power of divine grace, the token or proof of grace, benefit, a gift of grace, benefit and bounty, thanks for benefits, service, favors, recompense, and reward. So it says in the Strong's definition, it says of manner or act, graciousness as gratifying, of manner or act, graciousness as gratifying, of manner or act, abstract or concrete, literal, figurative, or spiritual, especially the divine influence upon the heart, the mind, and the reflection in the life, the way you live, including gratitude, thanking the Lord every day, the water Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, acceptable, benefit, favor, gift, gracious, joy, liberally, pleasure, thanksworthy, which I'm going to go to Jeremiah 31, verse 33, it says, also at 31, it says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand and bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. And that's because we were given the laws, which are holy, and we were in sinful flesh. So the new covenant is us getting holy bodies and not sinful bodies. Although I was an husband to them, unto them, saith Yahweh, and the Lord made us subject to sin, to vanity, unwillingly. We're not, we really don't want to sin. But we had to do this so that Yahweh Shai could be glorified, and he could glorify the Father Yahweh. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, know Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh. For I will forgive their iniquity, the sin, and I will remember their sin no more. See? So, that's why some are going to be left behind, because they're living a life of sin. Matthew 7 verse 21, Not every one that saith unto me, Yahushua, Yahushua, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doth the will of my Father which is in heaven, which we have his word. Many will say to me in that day, Yahushua, Yahushua, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. And that word iniquity is sin. They're living a double life, you know. It says the condition of without law, because of ignorant, because of violating, contempt and violation of the law, iniquity, wickedness. All right. Go to the root word. Destitute of the Mosaic law of the Gentiles, which the Israelites were amongst the heathen. And that's what it is. We're to leave the way of the heathen and cleave to the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, in faith of Yahushua's return. Departing from the law, a violator of the law, lawless and wicked. All right, this is Romans 2, verse 11. For there is no respect of persons with Yahweh and his son Yahushua. For as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law. And as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. For not the hearers of the law are just before Yahweh and his son Yahushua, but the doers of the law shall be justified, which we don't make animal sacrifices. All right, there's no more sacrifice for sin. Yahushua was the ultimate sacrifice. All right, once again, verse 13, for not the hearers of the law are just before Yahweh and his son Yahushua, but the doers of the law shall be justified. And you're doing it through faith. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves. Let me see. NLT. It says, even Gentiles, which is talking about the Israelites that were Hellenized, who do not have Yahweh's written law, show that they know his law when they instinctively obey it, even without having heard it. Why? Because the Lord put it on their hearts. All right, it says, would show the work of the law written in their hearts. That was the point I wanted to get. Would show the work of the law written in their hearts. Their consciousness also bearing witness, and their thoughts, the mean, well, let me read that from the top, would show the work of the law written in their hearts, their consciousness also bearing witness, and their thoughts, the mean, while accusing or else excusing one another. Let's get that in the NLT. They demonstrate that Yahweh's law is written in their hearts for their own conscience, and their thoughts either accuse them or tell them they are doing right. In the day when Yahweh and his son Yahushua shall judge the secrets of men by Yahushua HaMashiach, according to my gospel, behold, thou art called a Jew, and restest in the law, and maketh thy boast of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, and knoweth his will, and approveth the things that are more excellent, being instructed out of the law, and are confident that thou thyself art a guide of the blind, a light of them which are in darkness, which you want to be a teacher, an instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, which has the form of knowledge and of truth in the law. Thou therefore, which teacheth another, teacheth thou not thyself? Thou that preacheth a man should not steal, dost thou steal? Thou that saith a man should not commit adultery, dost thou commit adultery? Thou that abhorreth idols, dost thou commit sacrilege? Thou that maketh thy boast of the law, through breaking the law dishonoreth thou power? For the name of Yahweh and his son Yahushua is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as it is written. For circumcision verily profiteth, if thou profiteth, if thou keep the law. But if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision. But you can't uncircumcise a person. And what it's just talking about is all that you do with your mouth talking is vain. It's a vain religion. All right? Unless you're walking it out in faith. Therefore, if the uncircumcision keep the righteousness of the law, shall not his uncircumcision be counted for circumcision? See? But see, a man teaching, thou shalt not steal, but he steals, all that preaching is done in vain. If you tell an Israelite man not to commit adultery, but you're committing adultery, you're a castaway. See? Because even though a man may come in uncircumcised, but he has faith and understanding, and he obeys the instructions of the Lord, waiting for Yahushua, he's better than the circumcised man that teaches lies because he's being a hypocrite. It says, and shall not uncircumcision, which is by nature, if it fulfill the law, judge thee? Who by the letter and circumcision doth transgress the law? For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh, but he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So the whole thing is to be righteous because you're serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in your faith, in your talk, and in your walk. Not trying to please men, but because you have faith that Yahushua is going to come back, you're in the act of repentance, returning to what is right. I was thinking of another one. Let me see. 2 Ezra 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates? But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Now I pray to Yahweh through his son Yahushua that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that we should do that which is honest, though as we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. For we are glad when we are weak, and ye are strong, and this also we wish, even in your perfection. See, and that word perfection, let's look it up. We'll go to it. See, it says strengthening, perfecting of the soul, training, disciplining, instructing, to render, i.e., to fit, sound, complete, to mend what has been broken or rent, to repair, to complete, to fit, frame oneself, prepare. And that's what you're doing. You're preparing to meet Yahushua. Ethically, to strengthen, perfect, complete, make one what he ought to be. Make one what he ought to be. It made me think of Revelation 19, verse 7. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor unto him. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife had made herself ready, had prepared herself to meet Yahushua. And the wife, the bride, is the elect Israelites that are going to be saved. They're preparing themselves to meet the groom. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of saints. Now, when you go into that word righteousness, let's see what it says. It says that which has been deemed right, so as to have force of law, what has been established and ordained by law and ordinance, a judicial decision, sentence of Yahweh and his son Yahushua, either the favorable judgment by which he acquits man and declares them acceptable to him, unfavorable sentence of condemnation, a righteous act or deed. And that word there is dekaiama in the Greek, going to the root word dekaio, to render righteous or such he ought to be, to show, exhibit, events. Let's see what that is. Events reveal the presence of a quality or feeling, evidence of indicate. One, to be righteous such as he is and wishes himself to be considered. To declare, what you teach righteousness, but you're supposed to be living in righteousness also. Pronounce, one, be just, righteous, or such as he ought to be. And you go to the root word. Dekaios, righteous, observing the law. Right? Righteous, divine, observing divine laws. All right? So you got to walk it out as you talk it out. All right? If you teach not to steal, you're not to steal. If you teach not to commit adultery, you're not supposed to be committing adultery. With that, I give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakakodash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom wa abba.